The global population has grown, especially in cities, due to improved living standards and economic success. However, traffic volume has tripled in the last 3 decades, but fatalities from accidents have decreased by half. This has led to a decline in traffic performance and a challenge in maintaining sustainable traffic safety standards. Transportation planning, traffic engineering are crucial to optimize safety, accessibility, capacity, performance, and environmental concerns while satisfying diverse route users. Road accidents are the 9th leading cause of fatality globally, and the situation is considered a global tragedy. They have 2 objectives, which is to analyze the accident data, identify and prioritize the black spot location. Second is to carry out preliminary accidents diagnosis and suggest appropriate countermeasures for the treatment. They have 7 types of collisions, which is head-on collisions, rear-end collisions, side impact or T-bone collisions, side-swept collisions, rollover, single vehicle collision, and for the last, multiple vehicles accident. The possible causes of accident and data needs. First, a large volume of right turn. The data needed is volume data. The procedure is volume study. Second is excessive speed on approaches. The data need is speed characteristic, and the procedure is spot speed study. Third is lack of adequate gaps. The data need is volume data, and the procedure is volume study. Fourth is crossing pedestrian. The data need is signal inventory, and the procedure is roadway inventory study. For the last, slippery surface, the data need is pavement skid resistant, and the procedure is skid resistance study.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. My name is Muhammad Fainul bin Zainuddin. I will talk about the identification black spot. So based on the accident and the crime or other occurrence, we choose to Batu Pahat because according to from Police Royal Malaysia, they said Batu Pahat is most hazardous road in Malaysia. So for the most specific, we investigate the FT 050 Jalan nearly Jalan Pengerang, Jalan Rahmat, Batu Pahat juga. So for the traffic information, we use a secondary data. That means we found the article or journal. So for the bacat, that's it for the number of accident from 2010 to 2014. So for the table, this table of level of service. So our road is GR111. So LOC for our road is E. That means vehicle are closely spaced, which little room to maneuver. Driving comfort is poor and significant is below. So for sketch of location for Jalan Rahmat, it have 4 intersection, 2 have 2-way, and others 2 1-way. So for the road have traffic signal, traffic information, and road marking.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Next, I will explain about preliminary accidents diagnosis. Okay, on this part, I will explain about collision diagram, field investigation, and traffic conflict. Okay, first is collision diagram. A collision diagram is a graphical representation used to document and analyze collisions or accidents. It provides a visual representation of the position and movement of vehicle or object involved in the collision. Okay, the collision diagram may include additional information such as road marking, traffic sign, traffic signal location, and other relevant details. So, there are 5 types of classification collision based on figure. First is hit pedestrian. rear end type of frontal collision violation, side sweep type of collision violation making an improper turn, parked vehicle type of collision violation when illegal parking activity, hit bicycle, right near type of collision violation when exiting the intersection. Okay, next, from that figure, the preliminary diagnosis at Jalan Rahman is there is no pedestrian with flash. Next could be a gate problem and no signboard for speed. Third, vehicle enter the intersection without a sign. And lastly is illegal parking activity. Next is traffic conflict. Okay, next there are two types of table, which is the table one is number of conflict at Jalan Rahmat, and the second one is speed analysis for Jalan Rahmat Batu Pahat Johor. Okay, for number of conflict at Jalan Rahmat, the conflict type is hit pedestrian, rear end, side sweep, park vehicle, hit bicycle, right near. And for the table speed analysis for Jalan Rahmat Batu Pahat Johor, the speed is 220 km per hour to 99 km per hour, and the total vehicle is 100. Next, the figure show distribution of approach speed at Jalan Rahmat Batu Pahat Johor. In this figure, the figure show the combination chart, which is speed versus frequency for bar chart, and the line one is speed versus cumulative frequency. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name Muhammad Syafiza Izwan bin Muhammad Al-Midi. Now, my part is to discuss about the countermeasure and treatment for this project. Pedestrian safety is an important issue that affects all of us, whether we are walking or driving. Every year, thousands of pedestrians are injured or killed in traffic accidents, and it's up to all of us to work together to find solutions. In this presentation, we will explore some of the countermeasures and treatments that can help improve pedestrian safety. Through the presentation, we will examine different strategies and tools that can be used to make our streets safer for everyone. From crosswalk and signal to no U-turn signs and no parking zones, we will explore a range of options that can help reduce the risk of accident involving pedestrians. Now, this is the suggested countermeasure and treatment inside location area. First of all, pedestrian crosswalk and signals. Pedestrian crosswalk and signals are crucial elements in ensuring pedestrian safety. They provide a designated area for pedestrians to cross the street, which help reduce the risk of accidents. Additionally, we help regulate traffic flow, making it easier for both pedestrians and drivers to navigate busy intersections. Next is reduced speed zone sign. Reduced speed zone signs have been proven to be effective in reducing accidents involving pedestrians. These signs are typically placed in areas where there is heavy foot traffic, such as school zones or residential neighborhoods, also in the city area. By lowering the speed limit, drivers are forced to slow down and pay closer attention to their surroundings, which can help prevent accidents from occurring. Next, foam rubber strips. Foam rubber strips are an effective way to alert drivers to pedestrian crossings. This strip creates a vibration and audible noise that alert driver of an upcoming crosswalks. This helps to reduce the chances of accidents involving pedestrians, especially in areas with low visibility or high speed limits. Last, no U-turn signs and no parking areas. For no U-turn signs, U-turn may seem like a convenient way to get where you are going, but they can be extremely dangerous for pedestrians. When drivers make sudden U-turns, they often don't see pedestrians crossing the streets or walking along the sidewalk. This can lead to serious accidents and injuries. That's why it's important to have no U-turn signs in areas where there are high volume of pedestrians. These signs remind drivers that they need to be extra cautious and aware of their surroundings. For no parking signs in this location, one of the most effective ways to improve pedestrian safety is by implementing no parking zone in areas with high foot traffic. By prohibiting cars from parking in certain areas, pedestrians are given more space to walk and drivers are forced to slow down and pay closer attention to their surroundings. The last part of my discussion is estimation of total average cost. All of the countermeasure and treatments, the total cost is 34,920 ringgit Malaysia. That's all for my part. Now I will give the next presentation to my friend. That's all. Thank you.
My name is Farja Zwani binti Rosa Manja. My nama metric is CF 2011. As a conclusion, road traffic accidents are one of the leading causes of death and injury in Malaysia. Despite the government greatest effort in recent years, there are still more death and injury because of traffic accident issue, with hundreds of thousands of people incapacitated. To address the matter, one of the government safety program aimed at reducing road accident in the country is the Black Spot Improvement Program. Lessons from the industrialized nation have shown that a black spot treatment program is an effective, reactive method of coping with the occurrence of accident. The first and most critical step in resolving this issue is to identify the location for safety improvement. In this work, we collected accident record for many years from 2010 until 2014, then analyzed the data to identify and prioritize the black spot area. Based on the site inspection, we constructed a collision diagram and conducted an in-depth investigation and final diagnosis. As a result, on Jalan Rahmat in Batu Pahat, Johor, there is no pedestrian refuge. Struck pedestrian, there may be a gap problem and no speed signboard, which is rear end and rear nearby. Car approach the junction without a sign, which is rear end, and illegal parking activity hit parked vehicle. To address the site black spot, we recommended a pedestrian crossing at signal, lower speed zone sign, constructed rumble strip, and no U-turn and parking sign. The suggested countermeasure is projected to cost Rm 34,920 ringgit in total. That's all from our group. Thank you.